Here are 4 short stories from X. If you like these, then you can like, share, and subscribe, and we'll get right to the video. Thank you. I visited family in Australia when I was a kid. My cousins had a neighbor that they thought was weird. I saw him out one day and got talking to him. He was loading garbage bags into his car, so I helped him out. I didn't think he was weird or anything, and we left Australia 2 days later. So fast forward 13 years, and my cousins were visiting me. We got talking about their old house, and the topic of their neighbor came up. I mentioned how I didn't think he was weird or anything, and he seemed nice when I helped him with the bags. They were all just staring at me, shocked, and I was like, "What?" WTF. It turns out he was dumping his wife's body. Posted this one in a K-thread ages ago, and the story is from an ex-military guy I know from a pub. The pilot was flying up in the Northern Territory, and he radioed into the airstrip because he knows the couple that run it. He says he'll be there in 4 hours and will radio when he's near the airstrip. He gets close to the airstrip and radios in. No reply. He circles around and tries again. Still no reply. Goes to the airstrip the next town over and tells the lads working there that the couple never picked up their radio. They call the police. The police come around to them and they all travel to the airstrip that the couple own. Get there about 2 or 3 in the morning. The lights in the house are off, but the spotlights are on and some are shining off into the hill. They walk around the side of the house where the dogs are kept, and they notice 2 things right away. The dogs are dead, but there was no sign of any physical harm to them. They all had looks of terror on their faces, and it appears they were literally scared to death. The second thing was the side of the house was riddled with bullet holes, but they were fired from the inside out. They go into the house to find the couple dead on the ground with the man's AR-15 still in his hands, and a look of fear and shock on their faces, the same as the dogs. They were said to have died in the same way. The police radioed in. At dawn, most of the other police and paramedics get there, and so do some lads from the Air Force. They say they saw them talking to the police, and then come over to the locals and told them to F off out of there, and didn't tell anyone what they saw or may have heard. The guy who told the lad from the pub I go to was in the USAF, which is the United States Air Force, and was involved in Project Blue Book and other UFO-related business. He told him strange lights and other strange events went down in the area the night of the incident. My mom bought a doll from a yard sale when I was 16, and it would bump around in the closet she put it in. After a few months, she cleaned the closet and had it sitting in this little chair in our living room, and one night, I got up to go to the kitchen, and it was standing beside the couch. As soon as I saw it, it just casually fell over. Also, my friend stayed the night once, and we were sleeping in this media room, and I woke up with it biting my finger, seriously, a hard bite. And I screamed, and my friend woke up and saw it hanging off my finger before dropping to the floor. Its mouth didn't even open and close normally. It was just kind of slightly parted so you could hold a toy bottle or something. I was 18, at my grandparents' cabin in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, staying alone until my family arrived on the afternoon of the next day. It's the middle of the winter. There's a blizzard outside and several feet of snow, and it's minus 30 degrees Celsius. Oh yeah, I'm a leaf, by the way. Same, bro. My balls are freezing off. At night, a huge blizzard blows in. Outside is so dark that it looks like a void. Thought of nothing but empty frozen forest for miles outside that window was unsettling to me, so I closed the blinds. The blinds are poorly fitted to the window, so no matter where I pull them, there's always a small gap. Oh well. I sit on the sofa by the window, reading and try to forget about how isolated I am and how unsettling the gap between the curtains is. Fall asleep on the sofa, book in my hand. I wake up in the morning and the dim light is pouring through the window. Been blizzarding on and off all night. I open the blinds again, more comfortable since it's day, and I can see footprints out in the yard. What the fuck is this shit? Go outside, expected to see their moose or deer. They're human tracks, with bare feet and no shoes. The tracks start to fill from snow and probably happened sometime during the night. The tracks lead right up to my window, in the gap in the blinds looking in. The tracks don't lead away from the house either. The other end of the tracks start in the middle of the field, and this guy must have appeared out of nowhere, mid-stride. To this day, I don't know how those tracks got there, but the nearest neighbor is 2 kilometers down the road. It was -30 with a few feet of snow. Anyone going around barefoot would start losing toes after just a few minutes of being out there. I don't go to that cabin alone anymore. And this one reminds me of a funny story that happened. In 2013, I moved into like a small city to go to college. And the place I was staying in was like a basement apartment. So like it had a window, but it was like at ground level. And you could open it. It was like an old style 70s one. Where like instead of opening from the side, it opened like inwards. So it was kind of weird. But I had this breakfast nook that I would keep on like the ledge. And since, I'm in like an apartment with like 3 or 4 other people, I kind of want to keep some of the stuff in the room with me because you know how people are. But so I'm cooking like it was like a pork chop or a steak or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was the same deal. There was a snowstorm going on. It was like minus, like at this point like -15. It wasn't -30. So I go to the bathroom, and then I come back, and there's like this fucking German Shepherd like trying its hardest to get in through the window. It has like it's like licking the air, trying to catch the smoke. I don't know why that reminded me of that. It's just a funny story.